So I sold a put on SPY on Wednesday and Thursday, and I also sold that call on CRDO, which all of those earned me some good money, and will update my spreadsheet to see where I'm currently at. Hello, my friends, this is Legend. So I ended up selling a put on SPY on Wednesday and then was able to sell another put on Thursday because the Wednesday put did not get assigned. And we can look at my orders right here, and you can see right here is the put that I did sell on SPY, and it was a 672 strike for March the 11th. And that earned me $1.01 per share. So that's $101. And then I sold another put on Thursday, and you can see it right here. And that was a 668 strike. And both of these were day trades, right? But this one on Thursday actually earned me $2.01. Now that 668 strike, that one there, we'll take a look at, because as you can see, it did end up closing at 666. So this one I could possibly get assigned because it is below that 668. So we'll take a look at all those on the charts to see where they're currently at. And if I am assigned those shares, where would I be looking to sell that call? Because if I do get assigned those shares, then I will own 100 shares, which I can then turn right around and sell a call on. Then we'll take a look at CRDO, because I did sell a call on CRDO, and I picked a 131 strike, and that earned me $3. And that has an expiration of March the 20th. So that is 1 week from this Friday. So that will expire next week. And I want to take a look at the chart on this one because I want to show you a possible opportunity that I missed on Thursday. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the charts. Let's take a look at the SPYs here first, and then we'll move right over to CRDO. All right, so here we are on SPY, and this is the section right here for that Wednesday trade. And like I said, I had a 672 strike. As you can see, it ended up closing right here at about 675. So that one did not get assigned. And then on Thursday, it came out, opened on that low end, because there's my line that I drew in, and that was the low from the previous day. And when it crossed down below that, I went ahead and I sold a 668 put on SPY. I wanted it just below that low of the last trading day. And another reason why I selected that 668 is if we scroll all the way back and we look right here, you can see there was a bit of a small support right here. So I decided to pick that area for my strike. And that is roughly right around that 668 area. And that is below the low of the previous day. So that is the reason I selected 668. And even selecting that, I earned $2 for that trade. And that means that in order for it to make sense to get assigned at 668, the price of SPY would actually need to drop probably $2 below 668. And that would be roughly 666. So since it did close right there at it, it is very possible that I could get assigned those shares. And if I am, then I will be looking to sell a call at really any price above 668, and that is my purchase price, right? So anything above 668 is going to be a win on that call side as well. So we'll take a look at that tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to sell a call, and maybe the shares will be taken away. I'll earn some price appreciation, which would be the difference between my strike and my purchase price, along with that premium. So that can be some very good money coming in daily, right? If I can do these every day, that can be some very nice money. Now, not guaranteed to be able to do it every day, because there are times where the market just does not work in your favor. But when you're working with a stock like SPY, I do not worry about having to own those shares, even if I have to hold them for a period of time. So come tomorrow, my low and high values will be this 665 area for that low, and the high will be somewhere around 680. Now, wouldn't that be super nice if come tomorrow, this thing pops up and I can sell a call at 680 and I bought them at 668? Oh my goodness, right? Goodness gracious. That would be a very nice price appreciation. I don't know if it's going to do that tomorrow, but we'll see. So now let's go over and let's take a look at CRDO. Now first, as you can see on CRDO, my strike is 131 and it has an expiration date of March the 20th. And I earned $3 for that one. So on the options chain, we can take a look at that. So right here's March the 20th. I can open that up and we'll scroll right down to 131. And you can see right here, it's worth $1.12. Now, what you have to understand here is I earned $3 for this trade. Now, if I wanted to close this out, I would need to buy to close because I sold the call to open. And I can close that option by buying it back, right? And what would I have to pay? Well, I would need to pay somewhere around $1.12 to close it. So if I earned $3 per share when I first opened it, and I have to pay back $1.12, I can just take the difference of that, and the difference is what I would actually clear. And that would be $1.88 in a matter of a couple days. And that's $188, right? Now, I will say this. It's showing this $1.12 at the close of today. But let me show you something on the charts right here. That is where it closed here on Thursday, right? Closed right here in this area. But if you look back here, this actually got as low as $108.58. Now, as it was dropping, that premium that we were just looking at where it said $1.12, it had actually got at one point where I saw it was somewhere around the lines of about 60 cents. Now, had I saw that and made a decision quickly enough, I could have actually bought that option back for just 60 cents. And that difference would be $3 minus 60 cents, and that's $2.40. And that is what I would have made in just a matter of just one day of having this open, because this was opened on Wednesday. And if I could have closed it on Thursday, that would be only having it for the day pretty much, right? And earning $240 and then waiting for this to move back up and turn right around, sell another call, possibly for that same strike, and earn another $2 to $3. So anytime that option does drop in value, you can turn it right around, buy it back, and then wait for it to move back up, sell another call, and earn more premium. And that's what I'm trying to do on CRDO. I am trying to get to the point where I can get in and out of CRDO, keeping that same strike roughly, and making additional premium each time. So now let's just go over here and let's go ahead and let's update my spreadsheet. Let's enter in both those SPY positions and the CRDO position, and let's see what that takes my value up to. Because currently we are at $2,777, and that's how much I have earned off of this account since January the 29th. So let's just start right off with entering in the one for SPY that we sold on Wednesday. So that date being 3/11, and ticker is of course SPY. My purchase price, well, it was selling a put, so I did not own those shares, so there is no purchase price. The type, like I said, that was a put, so that's a CSP or cash secured put. The strike is 672. that is a day trade. So that same day is also the expiration date. So that's 3/11. The premium that I earned on this one was 1.01. The fees that it did charge for me to open this was 6 cents, and I had one contract. So that gave me $100.94 additional money in my account. That one ended up closing that day. It was not assigned to me because it closed above my strike. So therefore, the close date being that same day, 3/11, current premium to close, it expired worthless, so that's $0 and 0 fees. Was my shares called away? They were not, and therefore, you can see I did earn $100.94. That's a 0.15% for the day. Projected for the week is 1.05%, and that's 4.5% for the month projected out at a 54.8% projected for the year. And that is some pretty good money for only one day in the trade. Then on Thursday, I sold another put on SPY. So that is 312, again, SPY. Purchase price, well, it's a put, so therefore, as you know, $0. Cash secured put. The strike for this one was 668. The expiration date being 312 because, again, it's a day trade. And how much did I earn on this one was 2.01. The fees to open, again, 6 cents and one contract. So the amount of premium I earned after paying out those fees was $200.94. Now this one, I am going to leave open. I'm not going to close it because I will not know for sure until in the morning whether or not I am assigned those shares. But since it did close, as you can see right here, it did close below my strike, the chances are I will get assigned those shares. But I don't want to necessarily show that I got assigned those shares and then find out in the morning I actually was not assigned those shares, because I am obligated to buy those shares since I did sell that put. But it does not mean that I am 100% to be assigned those shares. I'm just obligated to buy them. But I will find out tomorrow morning, and then I'll be able to update this sheet accordingly for that last SPY trade for Thursday. And then rolling back to that same Wednesday on 3/11, I ended up selling a call on CRDO. So stock ticker CRDO. The purchase price on this one, I still own those shares, and this is the same 100 shares that I've been selling calls on ever since. So that amount is still $129 per share, and this one is a covered call. The strike that I selected for this one was 131. It is above my purchase price, so if those shares are called away, then I would earn that difference in price appreciation. The expiration date for this one is March the 20th. How much did I earn on this one? I earned a very nice premium of $3 per share. That again was 6 cents to open, and that is one contract. So that option right there for selling that call on the shares that I do own, I just pocketed $299.94. I did not think that was actually going to go through. When I entered that one, I just didn't think it was going to get there. It had a very wide spread at the bid and ask, but it just goes to show you, sometimes you put it out there and sometimes you get it and other times you don't. This time I actually got it, and boy, I'd love to get $3 on CRDO. Now for CRDO, this one is also an open trade, right? This is not closed because it has an expiration date of 3/20, but that does not mean I have to wait until 3/20 to close it. If the price of CRDO drops again, and I see that it drops down to that roughly 50 cents or something around there, it is very likely that I will end up buying that option back, closing it, and pocketing or locking in that profit of the difference between that $3 and that closing premium cost. So I'll be trying to keep my eyes open for that one because that could be a very nice gain, and only having it for a day or two would be awesome because I would wait then for CRDO to pop back up and sell another call and possibly even keep it for the same expiration date. And wouldn't that be nice? So as you can see now, I have open option trades of TJX with an expiration of June 18th. I've got one for SPY for 312. That one should be closed, but I want to see if I was actually assigned those shares. And once I find that out tomorrow, I will update this as I would then be looking to sell a call. And the last one I currently still have open is CRDO with a expiration date of 320. So how much are we showing now for the gain in this account? And there you go. We just upped that gain to $3,379.06. Now keep in mind, we still have a few open over here, but we went from that $2,700 amount to now $3,300 amount. That is some nice gain in just a matter of a day or two. And that has a monthly percentage of about 8%. So we are on track to really get this account boosted because it has a yearly percentage earned. And this is an estimated projected amount of 104%. And I don't know about you, but I would love to be able to get 100% in a year on my account. I would take half of that personally. I would take 50% in a year. And honestly, I would even take less than that. But we are on track to get close to 100% at the current moment. So I'm super stoked about getting this sheet showing what I'm actually gaining. I do let my Discord members know of my option trades. I post those on my Discord. I give them the numbers that I'm looking for, the strikes, and also the premium that I'm asking. And then I also show when it actually gets filled. And I feel I'm getting pretty close to getting this sheet out. I'm actually looking to hopefully get this out within the week. It would be great if I could drop this out this weekend. So that is a goal of mine, but I just wanted to let you know that's how close we are. And then I'll be able to also show you what else this sheet will also provide you and what else you can also do with it. But of course, I still have my high yield stock tracker sheet. As you can see right here, this is the one that I track all of my high yield ETFs. And I have a total of 15 high yield ETFs, and I track each one separately so that I know if they are positive or are they negative. And as you can see, looking through all these green cells along this bottom area here, and where you see this one red cell, if it's red, I am down in that trade. But if it's green, I am up in that trade. And as you can see, out of all 15, I am down only 3 trades. And we're sitting at a gain of roughly about $11.4 thousand. And that is my gain if I were to sell out of every one of these high yield ETFs. So this sheet is available on my Discord and my options tracker. I hope that this one will be available come this weekend. So if you'd like to get a copy of my high yield stock tracker sheet and be ready to receive my options tracker sheet, then come on over, join the Discord. The link will be in the pinned comments and down in the descriptions below. Would love to have you. And if you are a member, please make sure to give me your ideas, your thoughts on some of the positions that I am in. And let me know other positions that you're in. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up right there. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe button and smash the like button, as it would be much appreciated. And as always, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before you get into any stock trades. And until next time, Legend out.